I think my favorite part about the Chicago trip was playing with the kids and going to the beach with them. I think that was a lot of fun. I hope that we can go there next year again because they really enjoyed us and I really enjoyed them.
While at Chicago, I worked at one of the kids' camps at the Living Hope Church, and there was this one really adorable African-American boy, and his name was Anthony, and he was like super full of spirit, and he always had a big smile on his face, and he was kind of like the Pillsbury Doughboy, and you'd poke him and he'd start giggling, and so we all just had like a tickle fight with him, and we all just like poke him, and he'd be giggling and laughing, and he just loved to make everybody smile around him, and he loved to be everybody's friend. So that was a really good experience, and I just loved getting to know him.
I think one of the most significant memories for me was seeing how God really worked through the young men and women that came on this trip. Not only did they serve enthusiastically, we had a long trip down, they never complained, they pitched in and helped at every opportunity. They were just great to serve with and to work with. But the language of God talk that I heard both in private conversations and public conversations was hugely encouraging to me, to see how God was really working in a significant way through them. Just blessed my socks off. So everything about the kids I'm very, very impressed with. And
something that stood out to me while I was there is the first day that we got there, we met with the director, and she just kind of like had like a little discussion with us, and she kind of talked about, she gave examples of kids who would come to the missions or like on a mission trip, and how they'd be so gung-ho about going out and sharing the gospel with people on the street, and she'd ask them the question of, well, do you do this in your own hometown? And that would kind of make them stop and think, because most of them didn't. And that kind of stood out to me because it made me realize that as a mission trip, we're not just going there to help the less fortunate, we're also going there to learn our own experiences and learn about the culture there and how it's a two-way street between us and the community that we're going to. And it was just kind of more of like a humbling experience to realize that we're not like the big heroes going there to help people, we're also going to be learning from those people.
I think something that I took back from the trip was that what God wanted me to do in my life. Like how He wants us to move to places that we don't want to go, like our exile. From Pastor Jay's message. So yeah.
I think how God may have stretched me and is continuing to stretch me in my own personal discipleship ministry is being relevant to the culture and realizing that you cannot minister to a culture when in any way you feel superior to someone else. And I think that attitude of humility is a powerful tool, not only for my own personal walk, but also for ministry. You just cannot minister to someone if you feel superior to them. That's my takeaway.